Hey everyone, it's Jen again. So today I am going to be doing a request to play Soul Labyrinth. It's been a really long time since I've opened this project, to be honest, so I don't even know if I remember everything. We'll see how far we get. We're gonna go with Joe's route. Prologue, the Dreamwalker. They say that in this world there are three kinds of truth seekers: the beasts, the humans, and the elves. According to the elder shamans, our ancestors all shared the same origin, and consequently the same plight. Thrust into an existence of both infinite and finite possibilities, they felt lost. So they attempted to find a direction, seeking the truth of this world. The elves pursued the natural world and developed the theory of threads. The humans pursued the spiritual world and developed the Church of Saints. And the beasts, whether sleeping or awake, simply observed. Over many, many generations, complex stories emerged, propagated, and evolved. Enamored by their own carefully crafted reflections, they no longer felt lost. And so the truth seekers became blinded by the comforting light of their own stories, unable to see past the darkness cast by their arrogant souls. Giving birth to the shadow. Ever since I can remember, I was visited by the shadow in my dreams. The elder shamans told me I was chosen, destined to be a dreamwalker. The greatest honor of a beast that is both a blessing and a curse. We few can know truths hidden from the self-preserving, delusional waking world, and so I was treated very well by the people of my tribe. Even the elder shamans would lower their heads to me. My mother was also equally revered. She was assumed to be happy and proud of birthing such a gifted child. But I could see the sadness in her eyes. For we all know that dreamwalkers pay a deep price for these insights. They eventually lose sight of the waking world and disappear, consumed by their dreams. The more you see the shadow, the closer you are to death. I was not expected to live past my 10th birthday. Truth be told, I've always been afraid to go to sleep. I don't want to see the shadow. I don't want to die. I don't want to leave my mother alone. I finally told her so on the eve of my 9th birthday. She smiled in her usual manner and replied softly. She told me then we had to find another way, different from the ways of the elder shamans, from the ways of our tribe. She heard that, a long time ago, the elves taught the humans their way, so perhaps they would teach me their way as well. A way that I might face the shadow and live. That night, my mother took my hand and we quietly left together. 9 years ago, we abandoned our tribe and never looked back. Chapter 1, The Dream Ritual. After leaving our tribe, we traveled to the elven capital city to seek help from the Soul Weavers Guild. It wasn't an easy trip by any means. My mother worked hard for every scrap of food. We were fortunate enough to be accepted into a tribal exchange program. We agreed to the following conditions. My mother would work for the guild house in the city, earning my tuition. I would diligently study under a master weaver in a remote mountain sanctuary. There I met my master, Yalan. They quickly taught me basic weaving skills, such as analyzing threads and constructing a mental barrier. All tools to keep the shadow at bay. These things have been immensely helpful. At first, I really admired my teacher and was eager to learn more. However, as the years went by, it seemed though my lessons became increasingly sparse. Days and weeks, sometimes months go by when I don't see Master Yalan at all. Even though it's my birthday today, I am surprised they asked for me to meet with them. Even more surprised that they wish to speak to me at the training grounds. It's been a while since I felt this smooth white sand beneath my feet. Joanna, what are the 7 tenets of soul weaving? How unusual. Master Yalan is in a serious mood today. Why are you asking me this so suddenly, Master? Are we going to have a lesson today? Or is this some sort of trick question? It's simple enough, right? Just answer me, will you? Is the guild auditing you? Are you at risk of losing your status? What disrespect. Is this how you treat your teacher, huh? Listen, I know it's your birthday. I think it's about time you started your journeymanship. What kind of birthday celebration is that? Throwing me out to the wolves? What? You want me to go study on my own already? How am I supposed to protect myself with only the paltry skills you've taught me? I thought journeymen at least have their vassals before they begin the next phase of their training. You're really so careless, it's cruel, Master. My mother is working so hard for all of this. She's going to cry when she finds out you're sending me out alone. You vastly overestimate what can be taught versus what must be experienced. Don't act so spoiled. Besides, who said anything about sending you off alone? That's exactly why it's about time you get your own vassal. Recite the tenets and we'll start right away. Let's get this ritual done and over with. Really? Were you not the one who was always saying that I should not even be thinking about that? That I'm only looking for a crutch? If you are really serious, you should have said something so from the beginning. What a noisy student. Recite, now, before I change my mind. 1. Threads are the energy essence of all things. 2. Threads are the one known constant in all possible realities. 3. The void is the dimension in which all realities exist simultaneously. 4. Those who have affinity to threads are drawn into the void and will eventually ascend. 5. Those who ascend lose their individual identity and cease to exist in any meaningful way in this singular reality. 6. Just as there are those who have a strong affinity to the void, there are those who are the polar opposite. 7. Weavers should therefore partner with a vassal who is the opposite to stay anchored to their existence. This is known as the soul contract. Close enough, I suppose. All right. Sit and let's get started. Master, I'm not prepared. Isn't this like a rite of passage for weavers? Shouldn't I tell my mother first? Besides, I don't even know where to start thinking. Tell me more about this ritual before we begin. There's no point in trying to prepare. It will only create unnecessary expectations. The more open-minded you are, the better your chances of success. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath and relax. Sounds reasonable enough, but my master is notoriously lackadaisical and good at making excuses. What are you glaring at me for? You wanted instruction? It's time now to follow through. I can smell incense. This is the kind that is frequently used for meditation and for inducing lucid dreams. Are we going to dream walk? Something like that, only we're going further than you've ever gone before. Follow my threads closely. I'm taking you to Alien's tower, the soul labyrinth. Huh? Alien? The founder of soul weaving? Isn't this ritual placed for masters? The upper floors, yes. The lowest floor is where every soul weaver must start. That is where you'll hopefully acquire your vassal. You weren't lying then. But you say that like it's only a possibility. What else might happen? What did I say about pointless assumptions? Anything might happen. Just stay alert and focused. Now open your eyes. Here we are. Such a massive tree. I can't see the top of it. The air is still and silent. It gives off a serene atmosphere. However, there's something kind of creepy about it. Isn't this place dangerous? You feel this way because you fear the shadow and the void. Shouldn't I, if I value myself? It is what it is. Anyway, I cannot follow you inside from here. My own journey through this tower is currently in another place. See if you can find a suitable vassal, and that should be enough for today. Return to the gate when you are done, and I will guide you back to our reality. How does one meet a vassal in a place like this? I thought they would have no affinity to the void. How do they get inside? And what does a suitable vassal even look like, Master? Ugh, you're getting lost again. And all that frivolous detail. You only need to focus on your intent. These are not frivolous concerns. It's not like I can just wander around and expect to bump into my vassal. Intent only gets someone so far. I don't get what I want simply just because I feel like it. Fine. I can give you some advice. Remember that this place is on the precipice of the void. Spending time here will take a lot of mental fortitude. Observing, interacting, and moving within this ritual all take energy. Click on your portrait in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. This is your status. You don't need to worry about anything at this point but your soul energy. If this reaches 0, you will succumb to the shadow and become one with the void. Master, you really couldn't have told me these sorts of things before we arrived? Stop complaining and get moving. Oh, your mother will be visiting tonight for your birthday. Don't make it awkward for me. Come back before dinner. With that, they leave without a trace. Does Master Yellen trust my intuition to lead me? Or are they completely indifferent to whether or not I... What was that? Is that someone crying? It sounds like it was coming from the other side of this door. How troublesome. I guess I better find my way inside. I need to move through the door. This ritual that requires opening the door first. In order to open it, I need to interact with it. Kind of troublesome, but I suppose that's life. Use the Notes button, shaped like a quill on the lower right side of the screen to review the objective. My master told me I can find a vassal somewhere in this labyrinth. They asked me to arrive dinner time. Is finding my vassal really such a simple and quick task? They also warned me to watch my soul energy bar. If I lose all my energy, then it's pretty much game over. Is throwing your apprentice into a life or death situation like this really okay, Master? Though they seem calm and civilized, weavers can be brutal. So, if I remember correctly, with this game, this bar here is my soul energy. This is the cost of everything, so if I observe, it costs 1 soul energy. If I interact, like click with anything, I think I have to click this, and then I can click somewhere on the screen to try to interact with things. And then 3 is if I try to move. I don't think I can move right now. Yes, because I have to open the door. There's no map revealed yet. And I have no items. I can observe, and that should give me a clue as to what I should try to interact with. It says that I lost 1 SE. You can see here I'm down to 99. What should I do? Perhaps I should try interacting with something? Should I try to find something that looks distinctive? So, if I interact, select a spot in the room to interact by clicking with the mouse. Can't seem to do anything. Okay, that took energy too. Observe. It's a bit of sparse tall grass growing between the roots of the tree. It's a bit odd looking, to be honest. I wonder how it's growing in such a place. Tall grass. If I push this grass aside, you can see something was hiding here. I should interact with this and take it with me. Acquired a symbolic key. Now that I have this key in my inventory, should I try the door again? He wasn't kept part of the door. What's the point of even locking it? How silly. Anyway, let's use the move to enter. It's time to move on. What? This must have been what I heard earlier. Hey, I found you. I heard you from outside. Are you okay? Hey. Wait. They disappeared into thin air. What's that child doing here? They couldn't be a vassal, could they? To think weavers would allow such a young child here. That child couldn't be older than 6 or 7. They were wearing the ceremonial robes of my people. Why? Hold on, Joe. Don't forget where you are. No, even weavers wouldn't be so callous. Not even a master would throw a mere cub into these uncharted wilds. Probably just some kind of apparition created by my mind or something. Who knows what's real and what's not in a place like this? I should try not to get distracted. I should have nothing to fear as long as I stay focused. As long as it's not the shadow, anyway. Let's stay present and observe. So this is what it's like on the inside. Not surprising, but nonetheless surreal. This book at the center of the room appears to be the only thing of interest here. Some loose pages. Pictures on it that correlate to the pages in the book. If I place these pages in the book accordingly, I will solve the mystery of this room. The cover of the book says dichotomy. Dichotomy is a term I've heard Master Yowlin use quite often when speaking about concepts in weaving. Usually it refers to pairs of a system that are dependent on each other but contradictory or opposite, such as soul weavers and vassals. These pages must be representative of diachromatic parts. According to the drawings in this book, I need to find diachromatic pairings. An opposite concept for a piece of fruit, a sapling, and a cluster of seeds. I need to think about how these things work within the context of a tree system. Fruit is something a healthy tree invests energy in order to propagate. Unhealthy plants suffering from nutrient deficiency cannot make flowers and fruit. Saplings are a stage when a plant is in rapid growth. They have a lot of potential to increase in size. Seeds are the very first stage of a tree's life cycle. Should I try to interact with the book now? There are some loose pages. I should try and return to their rightful place. It appears these drawings are paired together somehow. The first page is a picture of a piece of fruit. Which page would go opposite to this one? Nutrients. I feel like I should save. I don't even remember. Okay, we'll just go here. Opposite, but dependent. So I'm trying to remember. A stump obviously can't absorb nutrients anymore because it's dead. A leaf would be more closely associated with the fruit because it's gathering the energy that will create the fruit. Let's try that. Pictures of a tiny sapling. Go opposite this one. Sapling is growth. It's also birth. What did I say originally? Tree's life cycle. Saplings are rapid growth. Okay, so they have potential to increase in size. I think that means that we go a large tree. Picture of seeds. And then seeds represent the beginning of life and stump represents the end. See if this does anything. Nothing happened. Perhaps I did something wrong? Shoot. I don't know my own puzzle. I don't remember. It's been years. Alright, let's try again. Picture of a piece of fruit. Still feel like it should be leaf. Maybe this one. Did it. I did it. Thank goodness. It's time to move on. A child again. I can't ignore it if it cries like that. My instincts are too strong. You there, don't go. I promise I won't hurt you. I want to help you. I'm one of your tribeskin, see? Huh? So what? I don't need your help. Is that so? Maybe you can help me then. I'm looking for someone. Why are you here? Oh, They seem to be looking for someone also. Of course, they can't be alone. They can't be here alone. Our people would sooner be extinct than abandon this child. I should get going. Somebody is probably looking for me. Isn't it dangerous to be wandering around here by yourself? Yeah, so? We can go together. I'll help you find your elder. Why would I do that? Oh, wait a second. I see. You're the one who doesn't want to go by yourself. You're afraid, aren't you? Well, you shouldn't be. You seem to be doing just fine. For now. I haven't got time for fraidy cats. I have to go. Wait. Ugh. Again, they're so fast. vanishing like that. It just proves they can't be real, right? But maybe they have a clue that can lead me to a suitable vassal. Why else would they be here? Unless they are purely as a distraction. Would it be possible for them to be an agent of the shadow? No, it couldn't be. I don't get any sort of terrible feeling from them. Still, I shouldn't trust anything or anyone in a place like this too easily. I should be able to depend on myself to achieve my goal, shouldn't I? Now's not the time to get swayed and muddled. Let's see what we have in this room to work with. I think I'm starting to understand how this place works a little bit. There must be something I'm supposed to figure out about this room in order to progress. Can the journey towards enlightenment really be so straightforward? You'd think there'd be a lot more master weavers. What part of this room should I try to interact with? What looks the most suspicious? What draws attention to my eye? The leaves are such a lively color. There seems to be clusters of them evenly spread about. I wonder if they serve as some kind of clue. These leaves are easy to push aside. There's an open here to an adjacent room. Thankfully, it's large enough for me to fit through. It's time to move on. Wow, there's all this slippery green sludge. Some kind of moss or algae? Ugh, foul smelling too. Disgusting. The hand axe wedged in the rotten stump is central to this room. I must be able to use it for something. I just need to pull it free. Can I avoid touching all this sludge? What's this glove doing here? It's only a little dirty. Maybe I can use it. Thin, dirty glove. This hand axe could be of use. Let me try and dislodge it. This glove is a bit dirty, but it's rough and dry on the inside. Let's turn it inside out and use it to get a better grip on that handle. Still a bit gross, but at least I have it. It's time to move on. These rooms all look so similar. It's a good thing there's at least some distinctive difference, such as the bright green leaves. This axe might be dull. I still take care of these dry, brittle roots. Yeah, another pathway opens. Wow, what a gorgeous arrangement of vines. Nature is a fine artist. There's a shiny key nested within those sharp thorns. Should take care not to hurt myself retrieving it. If I remember, I think I'm supposed to take this little branch to use to get the key out. Twig is very sturdy and flexible. It could be useful. I think I can use it as an extension of my arm. I need that key. Let's be careful of those thorns. Let's use the twig to fish out that key. And got it. It's time to move on. Let's see, where to next? Let me try the ornate key I found. Yes! Hey, there you are. Took you long enough to get here. This brazen child again. I had no idea. Sorry for making you wait. But you were the one who ran away from me. Why did you do that? Oh, I had something I had to do first. I'm an important person, you know. And important people are always busy. I see. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me. This could be an opportunity to test the waters and find out who this child is and why they're here. I'd like to ask you some questions if you don't mind. Questions? What kind of questions? No, Fooey, I don't like questions. They are looking for someone again. Is this person nearby? One question. I have time for one question. They seem to be nervous. Are they afraid of being found? Someone looking for you? What are you doing here? Who are you? Have you seen anyone else around here? You seem to navigate this place easily. Have you met anyone else? You are funny. It's not like people can just come and go as they please. This is a place reserved for important people, like me. Doesn't that mean I'm important too? I guess so. And I'm on an important mission. That's why I'm asking for your help. Hey. That was two. You tricked me. I said only one. One. No fair. Don't ask me any more questions. That's breaking my rule. This person can be a bit fun to provoke. They do really seem like a child in this way. Okay, I was getting carried away by our conversation. I want to hear more from you. Will it help if I say I'm sorry? 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 You're probably just hoping that I'll lend you my power. Should you even be here? I wonder if you can make it without my help. I'm not talking to you anymore. So you better go back to where you came from. This child is not that cute after all. Why should I? This is my ritual. Who are you to tell me what to do? Because you'll never make it here without help. Do you want to disappear that badly? See if I care. Oh, sheesh. Nothing more than a child having a tantrum. This isn't getting me anywhere. I've never been that great with cubs anyway. Maybe I could talk to that person they keep looking for. Perhaps they could be more useful. Maybe even a potential vassal? What would Master Yolin recommend? They would tell me to follow my instincts. And my instincts tell me that I don't need to chase some kid. They're not even a real child. Time to focus. Just take in my surroundings. Oh, how fragrant. What a lovely smell. It must be coming from the black and white flowers. There are white and black doors here as well. How interesting. If I remember correctly, I think that this white flower and the cluster of black flowers has something, and this black cluster and this mostly white has something too. So I'm just going to try to interact with it. This cluster of flowers have a place. Underneath there's a lever in a downward position. Is there any risk to switching it up? It's just too tempting to flip this lever. I must know what happens. Ah. My curiosity is rewarded. Let's see what's behind these flowers. Underneath is a lever in an upright position. I wonder what it does. Alright, let's try. Surely this lever is here to be used. Why else would the labyrinth conjure it? Oh. Another pathway opens. Okay. It's time to move on. Black flowers all around. The smell has become a bit more medicinal in quality, like an herb. This room seems very straightforward. How convenient. A key lying on the ground with no traps in sight. Can it possibly be this easy? Is there some kind of trick? Let's find out. Nothing seems unusual about it, but why was it left sitting on the ground? Shouldn't I have to work a bit harder to solve this room? There was something else. A number of flowers. Odd, odd, odd. Even. Odd. 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 Okay. Even. Curious, this cluster of flowers turned to ash when I touched it. All that's left behind is a handful of white seeds. Might as well take them with me. It must be the combination of fragrances that makes this such a nice balanced blend. The white and black flowers really complement each other well. It gives off a calming atmosphere. Oh, what a sickeningly sweet smell, like an overripe fruit. Let me get what I need and leave. It's just too much like perfume. This rock is out of place. It's a bit heavy to be carrying around, but I just can't leave it here. I'll just keep thinking about it. Even. 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 Even, 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 odd. This cluster of flowers darkened and shriveled up when I touched it. All that remains is a handful of black seeds. Let's see if they come in handy in the future. Should probably stop admiring all the flowers and focus. This white door is nothing more than a reflection. According to the panels of this room, it should be black. I'll just use this rock to reveal the true door. Ah, I knew it. Let's try this key on the real door. Seems like white should always pair with black and vice versa in this place. There. It's time to move on. You're still here. I thought you were done with me, yet here you are again. Don't tell me that this is just a coincidence. At this point, you're obviously following me. I'm way too important and busy to go looking around for other people. I couldn't care less what happens to an old geezer like you. You're so eager to be here? Go! Get it over with. Go stare into the eye of the shadow and fall into the void. What a biting tongue. Don't think I'll be easy on you just because you appear as a cub. Talking so blithely about the shadow. How dare you? Have you ever seen the shadow? Suddenly they are laughing so hard they can hardly breathe. Is the child like you afraid of the shadow? Let's focus. I really don't have time to be playing games right now. If you can't help me find a vassal, I'm afraid I have to be going. Pretending to be an elf mage. Who's the one playing games? You left our tribe. You ran away. Because I want to find a different way. But you can't run away. You'll never be one of them. You'll always be one of us. I never claimed to be one of them. There's no reason I can't learn from them. Using grown-up words doesn't change the fact that you're still just pretending. Whatever. I know what you want. What you're really here for. Go ahead. You'll find it soon. When you do, you should leave this place for good. You're probably going to be just fine, but I'll grant you a little boost for good luck. Don't rely on me in the future. You're supposed to be a weaver, aren't you? Anyway, bye. But... of course I plan on leaving here once I've obtained my goal. I want to see my mother and celebrate with her. Surely she'll be relieved to hear I've secured a vassal. It's a major milestone for any weaver. A true shield from the shadow. Suppose after that I won't have a real reason to return to this labyrinth. It's not like I need to become a master. I'm not just playing with fire. Though, I guess at this point I still have to listen to Master Yalin. I've chosen to follow the path of the elves. I should follow through the best I can. At least until I've reached a level to properly challenge them. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's continue. I don't want to be late. Not after I waited so long for this opportunity. A black and white pot. I see the theme from the last two rooms continues. Those faces are unsettling. Definitely not my style. The dirt inside this black container is very moist. You can tell by the texture that it's very nutrient dense. So I try to put something here. White and black. I'll just cover this white seed in a bit of soil. Didn't seem to have an effect. Is there something more? Whoa. That grew quickly. What a hideous looking plant. At least the doorway is cleared. If I climb over those roots and vines, I should be able to squeeze through. Excuse me, cat. It looks like a dead end. Whoa. The plants can move. And they've blocked off the doorway. What the? Because I have no choice but to face these things? I think there's something about interacting with these plants that determines whether or not you get Wreath or Salandre as your companion, but I don't remember what that is right now. I think it's how you answer their questions. The main trick is to give them equal attention. I think I bugged out. Well, maybe by saving. Guess I'll have to load a different game. More and more question for you. Humor me just one more time, and then we can be done with each other. What is it? Which is more powerful, love or hate? Oh, this is where you truly stand. Thank you for the favor you bestowed, Dreamwalker. What just happened? One moment I was talking to plants, and now they've transformed. And now I'm looking at an elf, and he looks confused, like he just woke up. Let's wait for him to speak first. Let's give him some time to take in his surroundings. You, yes? You understand me? I do, at least the words coming from your mouth. So you, summoned me. I did. You must have. How else could I be here? Maybe then? Well, I don't really know. It just sort of happened. Who are you? My name is Joanna. You can call me Jo. Joanna, I see. And what's your name? No, I'm sorry. How rude of me. I should have said so from the start. I'm Wreath. You can call me Wreath. Wreath, got it. And you don't need to apologize. You must be feeling disorientated. I mean, you did just kind of appear out of nowhere. No, not at all. I've prepared for this. This feeling, and these surreal surroundings. This has to be a soul labyrinth. So you must be, Weaver, correct? That's right. Then you must be a vassal. Yes. Hopefully you're a vassal if you're willing to choose me. Yeah, I hope that didn't sound presumptuous of me. I mean, I hope that you'll give me an opportunity to prove myself. Yeah, that doesn't sound right either. You brought me here, so you must have desired a connection. What am I saying? This isn't like me at all. Is getting flustered? Don't mind such small things. We have more important things to worry about. Getting out of here. Now that I've found you, I need to take you back to the gate. Yeah, of course. Right you are. I should let you judge for yourself. The vassal is supposed to support their weaver. You must be weary from traveling through this place on your own. You allowed me to lead you back to the gateway? That could be helpful. I've already cleared my way here, so there shouldn't be any issues. Letting you navigate would allow me to relax a bit. Truth be told, I have used a lot of energy. Yes, it's very admirable of you to come this far by yourself. Though I'm not as effective as a weaver, you can rely on my keen observation skills. You see that round button at the crown icon near our portraits? As the leader switch button, please click the crown to toggle leader status between us. Whomever selected as leader will perform actions such as observe, interact, and move. Moving takes a lot of energy. When possible, please allow me to lead. You should try to conserve what's less of your energy on more important tasks. Leader switch added to notes. Allow me to proceed. You can see Wreath here has more soul energy than Joe. And the Mastery and Fortune stat on him is inversed. There's some roots near the doorway. We should be able to climb over them. Please watch your step. He's so busy looking around. He's walking pretty slow. Like a traveler sightseeing in a foreign land. It's breathtaking here. The ancient roots alongside the grand marble pillars. I don't know which is more beautiful. I nearly forgot that he just woke up here. I guess it would be pretty overwhelming. I was in awe when I first entered this place as well. There's something fascinating about the contrast of textures. Indeed. That seems to be a recurring phenomenon in these rituals. A testament to the complexity of the soul. You sound like you've read the theory of threads. Have you been inside a ritual before, or simply read about it? This is my first time experiencing the ritual firsthand. I've read numerous accounts from both weavers and vassals. I suppose you could say I've always been fascinated by such things. Apparently my efforts were not in vain. Truly fortunate to bear witness here. It must be easy to enjoy this experience when you don't need to worry about the shadow. Your natural state grants you protection. You're lucky you don't have any affinity toward the void. I never thought of myself as lucky. Are you not fortunate to be blessed with the power in this domain? I would never ask for this. I'm being callous and unnecessary. My apologies. I'm sorry to trouble you with my assumptions. You've probably gotten used to being here. I must sound silly to you right now. You must have things waiting for you to do. Let us continue. The plant is still growing somehow. Let's get out of here. Agreed. Let's make haste. Though we should be fine as long as we can still head south. So many levers and doors. This room has several mechanisms. You've already solved the puzzles here, haven't you, Joanna? I'm not used to going by my full name. Not since I left my tribe. Sorry. You did ask me to call you Joe earlier. Didn't mean to be dismissive or disrespectful. I know. The elders used to call me by my full name. It's considered very polite amongst my people. But I don't need to be honored. It's more comfortable for me if you address me casually. Then I will be certain to call you Joe from now on. That reminds me, Wreath. You said it was admirable for me to come here by myself, but what about you? The last thing I remember was falling asleep. I was reading at my desk, and I got inexplicably fatigued. Decided to close my eyes for a spell. When I opened them, I found myself here. Reading, huh? Is that how you spend most of your time? That's the impression I have of you so far. I think I summoned you by answering a few riddles from a monster plant. So there's... Is that all there really is to it? I have no affinity to this place. You reached out and brought me here with your power. You must have had at least some subconscious intent. You are looking for a vassal, are you not? Yes, but I have no idea what I'm doing. My master is very vague. Horribly so. You sound like you're very well informed. Perhaps you should teach my master. You're very gracious. I'm fortunate to have access to a lot of records and detailed accounts I took interest in. Otherwise, I have no business in being here. On the other hand, your master likely knew your intuition and natural talent would serve you well. They probably thought that too many details would only hold you back. In the end, everyone must solve the soul labyrinth in their own way. Huh, maybe he said something like that. Maybe Yellen is just a selfish and incompetent teacher. You really can't mean that about your master, can you? Don't you have respect for the person who has guided you this far? You're right, I'm just venting. My master is my master. A student's success must be partially attributed to their teacher. Wouldn't you agree? The fact they chose to guide me even when teaching wasn't their forte could be a sign of generosity, couldn't it? Yes, I think you could look at it that way. Anyway, it's dark, and there are roots along the floor. Please watch your step and tread carefully, Joe. What an interesting bouquet. It's quite nuanced and complex. I thought so too. It'd make for a nice perfume. Something on your mind? You seem lost in your thoughts. No, nothing. I seem to have forgotten myself for a moment. Sorry for that. You don't have to be so apologetic or jumpy. I won't judge you harshly. This place can make anyone feel uneasy or strange. True, there's no reason for me to act like this. It's unbecoming and hardly inspires confidence. I should know. You also don't have to try so hard to impress me. Just be yourself. I appreciate your understanding. Truth be told, this is my first time being in close proximity of any non-elven person. And I find myself acting with childish curiosity. I really am ashamed. I should know better. The Weavers Guild has me studying in a remote location, undoubtedly to shelter me from curious and prejudicial eyes. But to what real benefit? Besides, you can't help your feelings. It's difficult, near impossible, to mask them here. As long as you don't treat me like some kind of novelty, I'm not bothered. Never thought of myself as such a close-minded person, though. You really are from a beast tribe, yet I'm still having trouble accepting it. How did you start weaving? I thought your kind rejects this school of thought. Look, I know that no one would expect someone like me to practice weaving. It's fine to acknowledge preconceptions. The sooner we do so, the sooner we can get past them. I wouldn't expect me to fall a beast-kin weaver myself. Our kind is notorious for our rejection of foreigners. I understand that I'm a complete anomaly. Every kind of tribe must have their outliers, those who are nonconformists, right? Maybe you're not what I expect of a vassal enough either. Yes, all you say is true. Thank you for your frankness. I think I can speak a bit more freely now. In all my research, I've never come across an account of a beastkin weaver. Beastkin vassals are rare as well. Since you brought it up, what did you expect of a vassal? I had no expectations at all. How admirable. This can be expected of someone such as yourself. The more I think about it. What is it? You seem very pleased right now. The situation is really truly exceptional. What if you're the very first beastkin to become a master? This could be history in the making. Even if this ends once we reach the gate, it's really an honor to make your acquaintance. Is that so? Sorry to disappoint you, but my goals are not so lofty. I just want to live. I don't really have such illusions of grandeur. We should be reaching the gate soon. Just one more room after this. Already? I see. Oops, it looks like there was a bug here. Oh dear. How did that happen? Alright, well, there was a couple bugs in this game. Yeah. I think there's some goofy code in there. These roots have become very dense. It's a bit of a squeeze to move through this room. Can we still make it to the next door? The gateway is just on the other side of that southern entrance. I've got to make a path through all this. If I pull hard enough, I can begin to pry them apart. If we work together, I think I can manage somehow. I see. Let's pull together then. Be more effective if we work in unison. Suddenly, Wreath has become tense. Something is coming. This person again? What do you two think you're doing? Adults sure are funny sometimes. Oh, what a peculiar child. And who might you be? Someone who is very important, obviously. Yes, so I've been told many times. Are you planning to help us, or are you going to sit back and gloat? Let's see, should I or shouldn't I? Nope, forget it. I don't have anything to give you, so there. As for this new guy, looks like your friend is doing alright. Guess you found someone useful, huh? Now get out of here, and don't come back. What was that all about? You two seem to be acquainted. Was that someone you know? Not sure. I met them a few times before I met you. They seem a bit obnoxious, but also helpful. I see. Wish I were able to be of more help. You asked me to escort you, but as it turns out, I wasn't able to do anything worthwhile for you. I appreciate the company. It's much more enjoyable than being alone. I've had plenty of time to myself already. I was really looking forward to finally having a vassal. Really? Does that mean you've decided then? Maybe. My master told me to bring you back with me, but what does that mean exactly? Do we both go through the gate together? What happens after we wake from the ritual? From my understanding, we should both wake up where we were before we entered. As to whether or not, we meet again, that depends on if you perform a soul contract. Did you decide whether or not you want me to be your vassal? I think I remember hearing something about binding threads with a vassal. It's supposed to be done here within the ritual, right? But that's all I know. Master Yowling conveniently neglected to tell me about the soul contract. Can you elaborate more? I've read first-hand accounts in detail, and I'm confident I can walk you through the contract process. If you decide to form a contract with me, that is. It's fairly simple. The roots are... Another obstacle, huh? Guess we're not out of the woods yet. Wow, this is really amazing. What is this? Hey, you. Tell us what you want. We need to get through the gate. Joe, watch out. Huh? How dare you? Let me go. Joe, are you alright? It doesn't seem like this one wants to talk. You see the status icon on my portrait? I've been ensnared by these roots. As long as I'm entangled like this, I won't be able to use interact or move options. Hang on, I'll figure out a way to release you. As much as I'd like to play the hero, I doubt I'll be able to dismantle these roots. As a vassal, my ability to influence things in this ritual are limited. Of course, it went after Joe first. She's definitely a much bigger threat. The eye seems to be watching me, though, as if wondering why I'm here. Perhaps I can use that to our advantage. If I grab hold of its attention, Joe might find a way to break free. The central spot is the creature's eye. It seems unaffected, but at least I've gotten its attention. I'm able to break free while it's distracted. But Wreath... Yeah. Damn, I guess I'll get caught. At least the Weaver's freed now. Doesn't seem to have enough focus to keep us both detained at once. In this type of situation, it's better for the Weaver to ask when possible. I'll just have to endure this right now. I'm on it. Thankfully, the creature can only trap one of us at a time. I should take advantage of my current freedom. But where should I target? The center eye seems fixated on my companion. Maybe I can bring down the supporting roots while it's distracted. I'll target this root. Take this. I've managed to inflict a bit of damage to this root. Looks like it's going to take more to bring it down. Uh-oh. Looks like I made it angry. It's focused on you. Ugh. Trust will not be displaced. Its eyes on me. Good. I can do this. Wreath, be careful. Somehow I managed to avoid it. Wreath, I could use your help. Let's bring it down together. Is that it? I'll tear them all down at once. Give me your best shot. Careful. I know. Are you able to move, Wreath? Right behind you. Let's break this supporting root. Is it over? I guess not. Here we go again. I can help. Okay, let's strike together once more. Ready when you are. Let's work together on the count of 3. At your command. How's that? Now there's nothing left to support the center. Did we... We did it! Ah, thank goodness. That was... wow. Never experienced anything like that. It was exhilarating. was definitely more interesting than reciting tenets all day. Does it live up to the stories you've read? Words are really lacking in comparison, though I'll still try to document it as best I can. Your reaction is a bit unexpected. Wouldn't most people feel frightened, finding themselves confronting strange things in a strange place? No matter how many stories you've read, it must have been shocking to see with your own eyes. I'll admit that, creature was unsettling at times. I can never completely forget that I'm a guest here. Simply an observer, if you will. What affects me, and is affected by me, is very limited. I guess in that sense, I don't have much fear for my personal safety. Though it's only natural to, how would I say this? Never mind. I've seen this expression from you several times now. I've been meaning to ask, what are you getting so worked up for? Am I making you uncomfortable? You are central to this ritual. All things here revolve around you. Someone of my level of affinity will be inevitably drawn in, since I'm also, so you're saying you're attracted to me. I can't help but care for your safety, since you're not immune to the dangers here. Anyway, the pathway to the gate is cleared. The longer I'm here with you, the more I'm influenced by the power of your soul. It might seem like we've just met, but I'm already feeling quite invested in your well-being. Though it may seem unreasonable, I must request that you either perform a soul contract with me, or release me entirely. Right at this very moment? I'm afraid I must insist. Can I ask you something first? Yes, of course. What do you want to know? Even though I came here with this goal in mind, I can't help but second-guess your approach. Wouldn't it be better to give yourself some time to think about this? You're being overwhelmed by this experience right now. It'd probably be better if you return to yourself and think about it with a clear head. We've exchanged names, so you can exchange more information if needed. You can always find me through the Weaver's Guild in the future. And if there's no better partner to soulbind with, you don't have to feel like it's all or nothing if we don't make a contract right now. In other words, you're telling me to calm down and wait. That's not an answer that I can accept. If this is the best you can offer, I must take it as flat-out rejection. But that mentality is exactly what I'm arguing against. I wouldn't expect you to understand. I know I'm being unreasonable. It's absolutely nothing personal against you. This overwhelming experience, as you put it. I realize I must either embrace it fully or reject it wholeheartedly, because that's simply who I am. Then you refuse to budge on the issue. You're demanding an answer right now. Yes, forgive me, but that is why I'm here. Might as well get this done. I came here for a vassal. Apparently you came here to become one. Let's make the contract. What do we need to do? Yes, thank you. I'm glad for your answer. Now, as far as the soul contract goes, however many different accounts, regardless of the different techniques used, they all share the same outcome. Within the ritual, these forms reappear, as contain our essence, our threads. Therefore, exchanging parts of these forms, however small it may be, will mix our threads. In effect, by doing so, we'll bind our souls together. Exchanging parts of our forms, like a piece of my hair or something. Could be a piece of hair, though I'd have to ingest it. I'm sorry, but no, I'm highly adverse to that method. Oh yeah, then what method do you suggest? For my research, the original method is still the most commonly used. A very minute amount of blood is exchanged. Blood? Gross, how can that possibly be preferable? Besides, what am I going to cut myself with? Everything is too dirty. You could use your nails, or bite. Don't know what your impressions of the beast tribe are, but I, for one, am not an animal. I don't mean to offend. You see, practically speaking, at least there wouldn't be any unnecessary chewing or swallowing involved. How's that any less disgusting than licking blood? We could mix blood without licking, such as exposing broken skin to broken skin. It still involves bleeding. Can it be something other than blood? To be willing if it doesn't involve chewing or swallowing? If licking is fine. Joe, I'll surely become closer from here on, but right now, this conversation is going the way this conversation is going is getting comfortable. Huh? Listen, you don't want to use hair. I don't want to use blood. Let's compromise then. Saliva can be exchanged without cutting or consuming. But I wouldn't say it's any less repellent. Seriously? How picky can this elf be? Come on, Wreath. People lick each other as a sign of affection. How can you call that repellent? Even if you've never... No, not by people. It's not normal. Not your people? Strange, I could have sworn I've seen it. What else were doing then? Pressing their mouths against each other? I thought I saw their tongues. That's, Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly as I thought. I've seen it... I've been to the city a few times. Don't expect to trick me just because I'm from a different tribe. I know what I saw. I'm not trying to trick you. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think of that as licking. So whatever that was, and whatever you want to call it, we'll do that and exchange saliva. Would you rather swallow a piece of hair? Makes no difference to me. I'm letting you choose from those options, so I think I'm being more than fair. You even said though. Shouldn't it be a thing reserved for those you regard with affection? Not an issue. You'll be my vassal from here on. I'm sure I'll come to regard you that way soon enough. Alright, if I may. Yes, you don't need to keep asking. Leans in and presses his lips against mine. Pull my head back. I feel the warmth of his breath just before his tongue slides over my teeth. Flow bond level 1. So, that should be enough. Oh, okay. So what happens now? I'm not sure. I guess that's up to you. What do you want to do? Well, honestly, it's my birthday. I'd like to enjoy it a bit more. I see. That's a good plan. Speaking of which, just how old are you anyway? Almost 20 years. We are close to the same age then. I just turned 18 today. So anyway, is that really all there is to the contract? I do want to get back to the waking world. My mother is visiting tonight to congratulate me. Yes, I think this is more than enough for our threads to intertwine. You should go through the gate now. Are you sure? If I leave, what happens to you? The ritual will end. I'll wake up where I was. But my master told you to bring you back with me. Our threads are bound together now, remember? You will bring a bit of me back with you to your master. There is a part of me that will always be with you from now on. And vice versa, of course. That's right, huh? Well, I'll be going then. I'll be seeing you later. Yes, until we meet again. Oh, and Joe, one more thing. Yes? Congratulations on your birthday. Thanks, Wreath. That's the end of the demo. Sorry that the first boss encounter got bugged out because apparently I couldn't save in mid touching the screen. I got confused by that, so that part didn't get to be played out, but yeah, there is quite a few things that I would do differently if I was making this game today. There's some very awkwardness about the interactions, screens, kind of the whole interaction system for finding hidden objects and everything. I think I would do differently, but the script and everything I think is actually still, I would keep a lot of the writing the same. That part I'm not really dissatisfied, and I was proud of how much I put into the art graphics, given that this was done within the 2-month period time of the Otome-chan. Alright, that's all I've got. If you sat through this entire thing, thanks for watching. I hope you were entertained, and don't forget to enjoy the process. Bye!